Wow. That was something else. That was something else. Beautiful, beautiful song. Beautiful song. What goes on through your mind when you play these instruments?
I believe I lose my mind. You know, the instrument, for it to function, it has to become part of you.
Okay.
You have to breathe, and then you can get the overtones coming.
Okay.
And you have to use your mouth. When you shape your mouth, you manipulate the tones.
So this one, your mouth is the amplifier.
It's amplifier.
Plus
and it's
voice also.
And the voice, the overtones, you control your overtones with the shape of the mouth. The smaller the cavity of the mouth, the higher the tones you'll achieve.
Okay.
And the bigger the cavity, the lower the tones. And then I'm going to have that whistle that comes. Actually,
where do you whistle from?
Well, from the overtones.
From the overtones?
Yes, yeah. I just suck them out and somehow they can sing the whistle with me. You know, the instrument, it plays,
nice one, yeah.
it plays
itself.
Yes, yeah. Well, the bows, actually, they compose the music. We just listen and we follow what we hear.
Wow.
Yes.
So you are basically a conduit. Yes,
yeah.
A conversation.
Thank you
that is
much.
happening on this instrument here.
Yeah, we are just the followers, you know, we just follow what you hear from the bow.
Because, you know, I mean, honestly speaking, it's not, I mean, when you tell me you get to school to study this, I wonder what is it and how people will teach you an instrument which is spiritual. Who teaches another person to be spiritual, and what is it that you can tell me to do on a school and, you know?
I guess scientifically, to be able to understand actually which tone are you playing at, because now we are in the world whereby there are other cultures with other instruments. Perhaps you'd like to collaborate. So it would be nice to know your instrument, if you can reach from a key of A to a D, and then maybe you can be able to play with the piano or guitar. So perhaps that science...
In an orchestration sort of thing.
Yes, yeah. So for that, it helped to bring about that science to understand actually these are tones, and these tones, you can play one, but then they multiply themselves, and then you must understand the multiplication of them, how it works.
Give me one of those sticks there. Let me. I cannot tamper with this one yet. It looks a bit scary. But let me have myself a music lesson here. So how do I hold it?
Okay, I'll show you. You
pick up yours.
Yes.
And let's do a duet here. Let me see how far we can go.
Yeah. You must do a wala seven like this, like your hand.
Like this.
The one you're going to hold with, yes. And then the 3 fingers here are the ones who will hold the stick like this.
Hold the stick,
and then,
the 3 fingers.
you leave these 2 fingers here on the side. Thank you very much. So that you can stop the string and let go. Stop the string. Try not to bend the string because you will change the tone that you're trying to acquire.
Okay.
Yeah, stop it, let go. Yes. And we are not in the same keys.
Hello.
Let me just come to your key. So we make them so it is easy for you to quickly change to find the key you can be able to play on. You see, now we are together now.
Okay.
So
the strumming goes with.
Yeah. Yes. the overtones there. It takes practice, but
I'll get there.
you'll get there.
Next time you come here, I'm gonna shock you.
Please
I'll
do.
give you a run for your money. No.
Yeah, and now the thing about them is that they come from different cultures here in Southern Africa. Like, for instance, this one, Uwadi. It's called Uwadi, KwaXhosa, because it's the most popular one, and the Mkhube, this one. But KwaZulu, they will call it Ukubu. It will mainly be bigger and with a bigger calabash with deeper tones.
With deeper tones. Lega Princess Magogo.
Leka Princess Makoko, yes.
Yes.
And then in Lesotho, they would call it Tomo. Same instrument, but it's just that it is not popular. It is not used much.
Okay.
KwaZulu, they use a lot of Makoyana.
Makoyana.
Yes, Makoyana is the middle-braced one with the calabash right here in the center.
At the center, yeah.
Yes, at the center, yeah. And then I found also in Mozambique there, the Tongas, they do have a variation of Makoyana. They call it Chitende there.
Chitende.
Chitende, yes.
Chitende in Shona, actually, this is Dende.
Dende,
In
yes.
Shona.
In Shona,
So
this is
Chitende
Dende.
is like a smaller calabash.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Chitende is like a
Oh,
smaller
now
calabash.
it makes sense. Yeah. So they call it Chitende, which is the middle-braced bow.
Okay. And how do I saw you cannot rub this
This
one?
one, you can bow this one, but you can also bow it. But now it's tricky because now it has this. It's away. It's very tricky. Maybe with the violin bow, maybe.
Yeah, that's another
The
question.
violin bow, it would work.
I have a violin bow.
It's closer. It's trying to. You see, it's going. Which means
So with the violin bow,
it will work.
you can actually. That would be interesting sound.
Yes.
That would be an interesting sound when actually.
Well, there is a variation of a bow that you play like that, which is called sekatara.
Sikatara.
Sekatara, it comes from the Lesotho Mountains. It was originated by young boys who would go
To the mountains,
as shepherds and
yes.
stuff. Yeah,
They came back with music.
With music,
They
yes.
went up with the ship and they came back with the music.
It sounds exactly like we were going this.
Yeah, because
now.
after now that you mentioned that,
Yes,
I think
yeah.
I've had lots of
There's
Sutu guys.
Koruto, yeah, Korito or Sekatara. Yeah. You know. And
I
so now-
will take one, and I'll try. I have a violin at home,
Okay, great.
so I'll take the bow.
Yes, and
I just want to hear how it will sound.
will sound
Because I've
very
seen some Chinese instrument also where they just have one
String, and then they-
string, and then they do
bow it.
some painful sound.
I know of the Tibet,
Yes.
the one from Tibet,
Yeah.
and they also do that vocal technique of singing called we call it Mngolo in Xhosa, but it's called throat singing.
Throat singing.
Singing like
Even up in yes, even like the Aborigines also.
yes,
They
also.
would-
Yeah, and they do it more with the didgeridoo there. But here in Xhosa land, it's done mainly by women at the Mngolo, but in Tibet, it's done mainly by men.
Okay.
And it's just the mouth and the throat.
The throat.
Yeah.
Contract sound.
Yeah.
Wow. you were showing me something. So there is a on the
Yes.
other one where you were saying one you can actually bow it.
Yes,
and the other
you can
one
plug.
you're going to show me how to
Yes.
plug on the smaller one.
So the names the instruments have, they come from how the sound they make actually. Because you see when you bow this one, it goes. So we call it mkhube.
Because of that sound.
Because it gives that friction sound. And then now I'm going to pluck it. When I pluck it, it's called mqangi.
Same the technology of holding this one.
It's the technology is the same.
Technology, 3 fingers.
That one is a little smaller, and you can easily control it with lesser fingers. So try to. The point is to have a firm grip.
A firm grip.
Firm grip. Yeah. The point is to have a firm grip and be able to change the tone at the right place.
In the right place.
Yes.
That whistling part is a bit tricky, huh?
Yeah, you have to practice.
Well, I'm trying to find out where are you blowing from. I was trying to watch you.
I can teach you, yeah, but the point is...
You guys, I'm learning here. I'm in class here. Please don't laugh at me now.
Yeah, but the point is to be able to link with the overtone so that it's easy for you to sing any melody because...
You make a sound from your throat with a whistle.
No, it's a whistle like this. Like
One
that.
more time, one more time.
Inside, like in suck it in.
Yeah. I think there's some times when you must also get some certain places and say, yeah, this is for the professionals. But I'll learn.
Yes.
I'll learn. You whistle with a finger.
Yes. And so this stick now acts as that finger.
Okay.
And then you add it.
And they say Africans are not educated. Guys, you will finish up. You must go back to school and ask for your school fees. They wasted lots of time teaching us how many legs a grasshopper has.
Yes.
This is real school. This is real school.
Yes, and one more thing that Maponga. There's different specific ways that different cultures around use the bow in terms of scale. You know, so as we were playing now, we were only playing between two fundamentals, but the upper one was a whole tone apart from the first one.
Yes.
And then it automatically gives you a hexatonic scale, which means it's a 6-tone scale.
6-tone.
Yes, and that's a closer way of playing the bow. And then KwaZulu, they will use like a semitone up from the fundamental, yes. Then it will give them mostly five tones. It becomes a pentatonic, yes. Okay. I found then that when I visited Maputo, Baba Matuse, I played with Baba Matuse, who plays the Chipendane from there. This is how they change it there. This is so. Which means it's a whole tone and the semitone.
So by moving further up,
yes,
actually you are able to manipulate the tone a bit higher. When you're coming lower, you have more tones.
It mainly changes the scale, more than the pitch, more than the pitch of the tone, because the pitch of the tone will only be changed by this. Yeah. And normally with traditional African music, when you play the bow, we play between two fundamental tones. Yes, you can.
Pedal tones, almost like pedal tones.
You can attain more other tones here, but we don't have a really mind the rest.
Because I'm for experiment, for example, I'm just thinking, being an inventor also.
Yes.
That you take this stick as it is.
Yes.
Instead of mounting it here, you mount the string, say, from here.
Okay.
You put this on a stand, so that you can actually be able to manipulate. You are free from holding it.
You can.
Then in that case, you can actually play more with.
Yes, you can. You can really do that. You see.
Then it becomes like a jazz double bass sort of thing.
So you can do so much, yes. You can change the tone along the string.
Maybe let's do one.
Able to mount it.
Just mount it down in a nice thick thing, then it sits. Then all you worry about
is just changing tone.
Is changing the tone. Then actually, in that case, then you can actually have more freedom to do actually.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, what stops us? What stops us? We're growing with the instrument.
With the instrument, yes.
And there's one I saw in Uganda. They make a skin, sort of a skin. Rectangle drumish sort of thing.
Oh, sure.
Then they make a bow on it.
Yes.
Then they put a big string.
Yes.
And it's really bass. It's a real bass.
Yeah.
I've seen that in the Negroes when they were now playing in their fields. The first double bass they had was the dish of water and the string like that. And then you just see these guys when jazz was starting.
Yes.
This guy was just moving between two notes, you know, gong, 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 gong,
That's the
gong,
bass,
gong.
yeah.
And then the guys with the harmonicas
the
would do.
basics that comes from the pop.
It's the same thing.
It's
the same technology.
Yes.
Same technology. Because it's nice that we have managed to preserve this from our ancestors.
We
But
may as well
yes,
take
you are
them
rightfully
forward
saying,
now.
moving into the future, we
Yes.
might want to say, how do we develop this instrument? Like they took Mbira
Yes,
and
yes.
developed the piano out of it.
Yes, true.
Which now looks like a totally different instrument, but the fundamentals are still the same. It would be nice actually to have uhadi,
Yes, yes.
as a double bass on a jazz, like a proper
That is true.
arch where you can stand there and gong-gadang.
And you can have more calabashes for you know,
For more vibration
more
and etc.
vibrations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come back after the break. Here you are talking to some musicians here. We are getting ourselves carried away, talking sound, music, manufacturing of instruments, you know, improvising and developing them, creating new sounds for the new generation. He was actually doing hip hop with and sampling it for some of the hip hop music. That would be nice one day to challenge them. And I wish to take this to them classic music.
Well, I'm busy
and
doing a
shock
classic
the
production right now.
Hold it right there. When we come back after the break, let us hear some of the projects that he's now doing, developing this music and moving over into classic music. Don't go away.
The day will come when these measures are no longer needed. Until then, however, we must ensure that all our people receive adequate support. We look ahead to a better future. I have faith in the strength and the resilience of ordinary South Africans who have proven time and time again throughout our history that they can rise to any challenge that is presented to our country. We shall recover. We shall overcome.
Galaxy Universal Network, inspiring Africa, making global impact.
Violence and sexual abuse against children has become a major social challenge during the COVID-19 lockdown. We appeal to adults, parents and caregivers to be kind towards children during this lockdown and beyond. Give children the space they need to engage with their reading and learning activities. Do not hit them. Do not yell at them. They are equally frustrated. We urge you to listen, support and help the children to survive the COVID-19 lockdown. Report immediately any incident of sexual abuse. The Department of Basic Education. Every child is a national asset.
Welcome back, welcome one, welcome all here again on your wonderful show. Sankofa, your host, Maponga J, my guest, Luyolo. Luyolo himself, the manufacturer of Bohadi. Now, there's another friend of mine, Ujo Makanza. He does makoras and all these things. He's in Joburg here. And,
I would like to meet with him.
I will link you up with him.
Thank you.
I think you guys, if I put you together, you may not, he's equally obsessed with these things. You won't be able to leave each other. You were still, just before we went for the break, telling us also the tuning part and the advantage of putting a tuner onto the instrument and what that does to the instrument itself.
Yes, you see, the reason why we have not been able to use our African musical instruments in our time, because we are in the modern times. We live in modern times. It would become very difficult, you know, to tune maybe the instrument, because we have to tie it with, like you tie a string, a twine on a string, so you can be able to tie on a stick. Now when you have to change and to play with another instrument, it becomes hard to tune quickly. So now we had to develop ways actually to be able to make them compliant to our time, so that it becomes easy to play with anyone, anything, and play any style of music. Wow. And so hence we've been experimenting then with a lot of styles of music. Hence I was saying, I started with rap music, but then I eventually went to Forte. When I was there, I was taught African music and classical music. My major actually was on to become a choral conductor and a composer.
I think you still conduct, but at another level.
At another level,
when the time is right. It would be nice, actually. Imagine sitting in a concert hall with the section of bows.
Lots of bows.
A section of kudu horns.
Wow.
A section of mbiras.
Wow.
And be able to organize like an African orchestra with honest the chorus and all those things. And I wish these like the olden days when musicians would just come together and play with ideas, you know, share ideas, and move those ideas towards a concept. And here we are now. We can tune Uhadi for the purposes of orchestration, and so that if I'm in Mambira, then you tune around and you drop right there and get into some of the projects that you have done.
Yes, I've done a project 15 years ago, actually, when I was still studying as a sound engineer, which was in hip hop, and then that's when the interest of the sounds came, sampling music from Pops Mohammed, Omar Tosini. Eventually, when I studied, and eventually I played with them on stage. And so now, currently I'm working with Pops on composing one song.
Who Pops?
He's around now.
You must bring him through one of these days.
Yeah, he's around, and we're going to collaborate the bows with the kora he's playing and the rest of the other.
I have a kora also.
Wow,
I have a kora.
I have to collaborate with you also.
I have a kora. Maybe we should do a. Hence, I'm talking about this big orchestra. Now we already have Joe Makanza. I can talk to him.
Yes.
We have Pops. With yourself. With me, Joe on the kora. Maybe you on
the bows,
on the Mankoyane and whatever, and the other gentleman on the other one. And let's see. Maybe we can put something together there that is worth taking to the world.
We can start there.
Yeah.
We can start there in Tativaponga.
One night unplugged. Back to the ancient times. Gong 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 ging ging ging. Gong 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 ging ging ging. Ging 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 ging. Gong 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 gong. Gong gong gong. But the more you listen, you notice actually the sound as it is vibrating, it's almost like changes its intonation, sort of thing.
Yes, you can.
It starts here and it vibrates into.
Like they say, if you play one tone key, it will give you a chord. Okay. You know, if it's an A, then you'll get a G and a
and a bit of a B,
and
like that.
Then you can have a CBD also. Like
but you listen, even in silence, you can still hear it.
Yeah, it's there. You hear the lower fundamental bound, but you will hear the upper one, and then the top one.
Within the same bounds, sort of thing.
Bounds, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two are mine. They're going to change address today. They are going to go end up in Benoni. And I would want you guys, some of you guys who are into ethnic sounds, African, indigenous music and expression, please get in touch with Ntate Luyola here on the numbers that we have supplied on the page. I will personally profile him also on my page and advertise some of the music that he is doing right now. And if you miss the numbers, don't worry. You can come back on my main page a few hours later. You will find it. Your numbers are? Just tell for them for the sake of
my numbers are 076 946 0504. I'm also available on social media.
One more time. The number again?
It's number 076 946 0504. My social media handles are Instagram is Luyolo Lenga Music.
Luyolo Lenga Music.
And Facebook at Luyolo Lenga Music, and Twitter is at Luyolo Lenga. Yes, so I address a lot of the works that I do on that space. Yes.
Wow. There you have it. There you have it for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, give us one more song. Give us one more song. One of your favorite songs there. I don't know which instrument you would pick up on. You want the other one?
This one is fine.
That one is fine.
Yeah. So I can also sing.
Wow.
I love this song, which was composed by Maya Tosini, titled Vimbeni.
Somewhere there. Give me that wow.
You will get used to it.
I will take some time.
I found when you play it in quietness, especially at night, it comes to life and you'll hear everything.
You'll hear everything. When the noises are much lower.
Yes.
And then the instrument comes alive.
It comes alive.
I mean, that goes to what you said at the beginning, that was used for to calm the children and send them to sleep. It will make sense why in the night. And I think such an instrument, round as it is, with your bow there, and with your mother's breast right there, and the heart is also round like that, and the acoustics is within that room. There's no way you cannot sense the magic.
Yes.
Because I mean, in a four-cornered studio like this, it's like the sound is bouncing.
And then sometimes it's trapped in the corners.
But in a round room, I think even that vibration as it goes around the round heart it should
especially in the outdoors.
Yeah.
It speaks with the birds. I've experienced many occasions when we play outdoors, birds will come and just sing with us, and it happens regularly now.
Wow.
They just come and start singing. When you stop, they stop. We just want to check if they're really singing, and then we start playing and they start singing.
They start also.
Okay, the birds understand the music.
Language.
Yeah.
It's within their...
Yes.
Wow. And that also goes to express that even when you take these instruments into the main arena of the classic music, we also need to keep the architecture,
the fundamental
of the acoustical design of the stages and the halls where this music can be best experienced. So it's not just you on stage with a nice speaker, and it is amplified on a thing. But I think for the fuller experience, if you can try to create a hut sort of an ambience, it can give it that acoustic that actually reaches everyone within the walls, and with a nice clay floor.
That is very true.
Unspeakable.
Everything natural as the instrument.
As the instrument itself. Then we can actually be able to interpret it honestly, so that at least you harvest the beauty of the instrument itself.
It is good that we find time to discuss these things, because now we get these new ideas that will take us forward. I promise. I'm still young. I will make sure
you put some of these ideas.
I put some
bring
of these
them
ideas
to light.
Yes,
bring them to light. And then Untatelu Yolo is a manufacturer. Those of you who came late, is a manufacturer of these Xhosa instruments. Uhadi, the other one, you call it what?
Mkhube or Mkangi.
Ihadi no Mkangi, and they're made out of calabashes. So this is African stuff. This is the same calabash we also use.
Do you know this calabash is special actually? I met with actually the harvest of these ones, because now I plant these calabashes now.
Okay.
So I went home there in the Transkei. I met with Chief Sanom Teto from the great place of Mkrekesweni, where they groomed our Ntate Nelson Mandela. And so the one of the brothers there took the seeds and planted them for me. Just last year I was harvesting, and it took us a whole year actually to get them. Yes, 2 years.
To get this out?
Yes.
These are royal calabashes?
A whole year.
A whole year?
Yes.
These are the same ones also we use them for drinking. Yes. You know, they're bigger ones. They actually, in up north, like in Senegal, in Gambia, other places up there, Mali, these grow into bigger. That's what the one they use for making the kora.
Yes.
The whole thing again. They use them also as cups, the ones in Zimbabwe. They grow into a certain shape. Yes. Be like ukamba, like thing.
Yeah, you can,
And we use it as a shaker also.
Yes.
You, after taking the seeds out,
we use it a lot to ferment milk here in Xhosa land.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
So it's a multi-purpose.
Yes,
it's a multi-purpose.
Now it's a musical instrument.
From music, you drink your water. You can also carry water with it from the river. You make a music instrument with it. You can use it. You can use it as a cup. And there we have it. So it's actually within the expression of African culture. Yes. And what type of wood would we?
It's any type of yellow wood.
Yellow wood?
Yeah, any type of yellow wood. A tree you can be able to bend while it's still wet.
It's
and
wet.
Then when it dries, it will keep the shape.
Okay.
The point is that when it
same
dries...
one we use for making arrows, actually.
Yes, for making arrows, because it is
hunting,
an arrow.
For hunting. That's why they call it a bow, you know?
Yes, it is an arrow. It was a weapon first, and then it became an instrument later.
Yes. No, I like that part.
Yes.
I like that part. You know, because when we go hunting, you use these for catching animals.
Yes.
But when you come back home,
you entertain yourself.
Maybe you convert the weapons of war into weapons of spiritual warfare. Then you are into the music space.
Hence, I call it now weapon of mass construction.
Not mass destruction.
Not
mass construction.
Yes.
In the event that you should tamper with the wire that is here to put twine,
it changes the tone. Yeah, it changes the tone. This one is crispier, and if you use a fishing line, it will be more muddy. And if maybe you're using a very thin oxide, it will be more muddier.
More muddier.
Yeah.
It would be nice actually to have the
different
three of them
textures together,
and then see how that, like in an orchestra,
It
for
would be
example,
great, yes,
that's
yeah.
where you can say the metal ones, they're on the higher thing,
and then the nylon
then
ones,
the nylon ones are in the middle
skin
range,
ones, yes.
then the skin ones can
Of the
actually be in the low range.
range.
You know, I think the bass.
Yes, true.
You take the thin
The bass is
skin,
better.
take the thin skin, very thin, and
Yes.
you
roll it nicely.
you roll it and make it double, and put it on that big stick.
Yeah,
and
then
put
you
a-
get the bass.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's true.
Even another extension. If we can sit that thing, and we sit it in the calabash,
Have more sticks, so maybe we can have more strings going into the calabash.
going into the calabash, then almost like you could even strum a little bit and
Yes, you
use
can bow, you can also bow it.
You can bow this way, you can
that
bow this way,
bow that way.
but ultimately you get the one on top will be the
yes.
guiding one.
That's true.
But for misbehaving now, you can bow from the 2 and 3 and
It is
experiment.
it is mechanically possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last few words for the African musicians out there.
I'm happy that to have me on your platform, and I'm happy to have shared this gift of African music. We believe this is liqhiza labantu abadala. How do you say that? Liqhiza labantu abadala. This is our ancestors.
Let's take our instruments.
name.
Let's take our instruments. Something I discovered also. Something I discovered while you were there. You know, when you bend this thing.
Yes. Wow, this is so creative.
Your host Maponga J Chigarambo Garamashamba Huda Chirana na vanji tisubo khwiro zukuru bvizva tovera vana matanga kugara vachigara makwe matanda anovora chibwe chitedza chinotedza vari kuri vari pedo vanotambana cho mutambo ruparo ware hwira miti yasvosva nopemera nemachira machena hwira miti chiramba kusesera mupona ngokuba vane mazha kumagaro chirara navana vave vanji tisu vana mahomu vana mupona ngokuba until we see you again. Don't do what I wouldn't do, but if you decide to do it better. Thank you very much.